What's good, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Power 2 podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with my co-host, DJ and Dante. How are we doing today?
Hey.
All right.
Okay.
That's how Dante's doing. Got it.
Oh
Cool.
my God.
Cool.
Dante's like, yeah.
Saturday
Okay,
still
Ebenezer
doesn't-
Scrooge.
Listen, Saturday had left a very bad taste in my mouth. So
What was Saturday?
Oh, what happened on Saturday?
was John Cena's last match.
Oh,
That
yeah.
his last match is not why. Like him being in his last match is not.
I've
why.
seen a couple of
It's
your
the
tweets.
Match itself.
Okay.
The match itself.
I heard there's some
Is that your
complaints.
2-minute warning?
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
well.
I actually want to hear this one. So let's get through this show.
Yes. All I do
Yes.
is starve in Dallas sports. That's how I'm doing. All I do
Yeah.
is starve.
You know. Well, everyone, welcome into the Power 2 podcast again, where we talk about the power of standing on business. You know who did not stand on business?
I don't know.
You know.
No, he stood on business and got his ass arrested.
No.
I can agree with that.
He didn't stand on business because he thought he was big and bad, and then he got caught, and he went out like a little hoe, and he started crying and threatening to kill himself. So, is threatening to kill yourself standing on business?
Yes.
See, this is why I didn't want
It's
to talk
not
about
talking
it.
to you
If
that I'm
you're a
standing on
fuck
business.
Nigga, yes,
Oh,
it is.
wow.
Well,
That
Okay.
is fuck nigga
Hey,
101. Get caught, threaten suicide.
I'm
Here we
sorry.
go.
I mean, that's basically in the man handbook. Is like, I got in trouble, someone else has to die.
all right,
Yeah.
all right,
Fuck nigga hand.
all right,
Male.
all right. Whew. So this is why I didn't want to talk
Changing my
about
2
this. By
minutes.
the
I said
way,
male, not
this
man.
is why I didn't want to talk about this. By the way, all right. So, anyways, as you all are well aware, Sharon
not.
Moore, Sharon Moore. No, they're well aware because my wife knows about it.
Oh,
they're
she
well
knows
aware.
the next
Yeah.
national news.
Yeah.
I
Even
try-
my mom called me and was like, "Are y'all gonna talk about the Michigan coach?" I was like, "Trust."
Yeah, no, they're aware because I went to say something. She was like, "Oh, the coach that got fired." I said, "Oh,
Oh, wow.
this
That's
is
you
this is news. This is
This is
out."
real news. Yes, let's open up the show with the drama.
Yeah. So, Sharon Moore, ex-coach of Michigan,
Wow, what a
got
turn of events.
fired. He got
He did.
fired for
Last time we recorded, he was a coach.
The last time
yeah,
we recorded, he
literally.
was employed.
So much
like,
has
fully.
happened. So much has happened in a week.
In a day. This all happened in a day.
Well, yes, that too. So, Sharon Moore got fired for having an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. And this relationship, and Shorty looks young. Not that she's not an adult, but
Yeah.
she looks young, like
20s,
younger than
early
25,
20s.
early
Yeah.
20s. So the truth is there was a relationship. The other truth is he like almost doubled her salary. The rumor off the truth is that
You
he
didn't see that
potentially
screenshot?
she was
No.
making 1 year she was making 55 and the next she was making 90.
90.
Which personally,
I
you
mean,
can't
use
give me
the
the
coochie for
hun.
good, girl.
You can't give me the full hun.
What?
But
What did you say?
You
Wait.
can't give me the full hun. Like you gonna give me 90? You can't just fully double it. Like what are we talking about?
Technically, that's
hold on,
110 if it's
Hold
double.
on, going from 5 figures to 6, it probably would have been like, wait a minute. But
First of all,
since it stayed
yeah.
at 5 figures, they was like,
That's,
"Ah."
whatever. That happens. That happens.
Keep her, they
So-
want to make her too tax liable.
Yeah. So then the rumors on top of that is he got her pregnant. We don't know if that's true or not, but he was definitely having an
Girl.
inappropriate member with a staff member. He gets caught. He gets fired. That for most
Should
people
be
should be
enough.
the end of the story. And I would
No.
just like to say,
And
before
it
I
was
pass
for
this
about
off.
3 hours.
right
For
before I,
about 2.5
before
hours.
I
right.
pass this off, I would just like to say college football doesn't believe in morals. So many coaches get fired for this same exact thing and then get another job.
And then they have jobs.
Literally, this season, we were just talking about how Arkansas hired back the coach that got caught with this same exact thing and got into an accident with Shorty on his motorcycle and lied about it. And then they made him the interim head coach when they fired him and gave him a chance to get the job back. So for this could have just been the end. And it could have just been like, dang, he did what a lot of coaches did. He
Yeah.
lost his job. That's crazy. He goes into someone's
New head coach of West
rehabilitation
Virginia.
program and in 2-3 years, he got a good job again. That is not what he did. He instead decided to break into Shorty's house, grab butter knives and kitchen shears
No plan.
and threatened to kill her and himself because she ruined his life. So he gets arrested.
I would have got killed because I would have going to spread jelly on me. Like what?
He gets arrested, and then on Friday, a couple of days later, he gets charged with stalking.
Aggravated assault.
Aggravated assault, and there's one other charge. He got 3 charges.
Probably
Burglary, breaking and entering.
Felony, third-degree home invasion, and then 2
felony.
misdemeanors.
Yes.
2 misdemeanors: stalking in a domestic relationship and breaking and entering.
Stalking being a misdemeanor is crazy.
Stalking being a misdemeanor is very, very correct for the American anti-woman laws that we experience every day.
Yeah.
The look down. Dante's dramatic look down is.
Because it's like I'm still thinking about butter knives. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't personally. I don't want to talk about this because the things that I have to say should not be recorded. I'm going to say one thing and then I'm going to pass it off. I am so tired of all the niggas, specifically niggas that I see on social media feeling sorry for him. Talking about, I hope he gets the mental health he needs. I hope he's okay. No, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because mental health is not the reason he broke into Shorty's house. I don't care if he get any help he needs.
Disrespectful to people with actual mental health issues.
For me, it's just like, and even if you feel that way, like for that to be the thing you said, it's not like he did this. These are the consequences of his actions. I feel sorry for his wife and family and this girl. It's none of that. It's just straight. I hope he's okay. I hope he gets the help he needs. I feel bad for him. Fucking Shannon Sharp goes on his shit talking about this happened to me. I know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. Shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody tell you to sleep with that child.
With underage white women, and we won't have this problem.
So, I personally don't care if he's okay. I don't care about his mental health. And just get fired, bro. Like, just get fired. You cheated on your wife. You gave her extra money. Just get fired. To do the extra shit. And anyone else got something to say?
He could have got away with it too if he wasn't paying her.
If it wasn't for you meddling kid.
If he had never raised her salary, he's getting away with this. Because I promise you, the thing is that I want to say that this was something they knew about for the past 3 years.
Somebody knew
that's
about
why
it.
they're getting investigated. So that's what I was going to add in, is that there is allegedly an investigation because there's just been so much scandal with Michigan, especially in recent years, that it is begging the question of like upper management, administration, whatever, of like if there's potential cover-ups going on, or like how long are they knowing about this misconduct and things like that, because it's just not a coincidence that y'all just went through this whole cheating scandal and that seemed to have been covered up by the university as well, and now you have this situation and it looks like it's also been covered up.
Don't forget the coach that was hacking into female athletes.
That was Michigan too. I thought that was another Michigan school.
No. That was them. That was them.
What they got going on in Michigan? There was nothing else to do with Michigan.
That's 2 freaky frogs on their staff.
Here's my thing, right? Michigan deserves to be investigated. I give them that. I'll give them that. I'll be like, yeah, you know what? Come investigate us. You're right. What are you doing with Northwestern?
Nothing, clearly. But that's an off-season conversation. We can't get into that. We've done the Northwestern thing to death.
Dear,
what's going on in Michigan State?
Hold on. Not just that. Well, Michigan State shouldn't get invested. That was just the coach, and they got him up out of there with the quickness. That was on him. That wasn't like a school culture thing.
Fair.
But to that point, the head coach that overseed sexual assault and harassment and fucking car washes in his goddamn locker room while winning 5 games in 3 years, got a new job. If Bruh just would have got fired and walked away quietly, he would, because college football is not moral. Don't nobody care. They all cheat on their wives.
Okay, so the only opinion that I have.
Bruh ruined his life for something that they all was doing. This dude, literally teenagers getting sexually assaulted and harassed in his locker room in the name of culture, walking through car washes, men in soaps and suds spinning around naked, like foul shit for years, decades. And he has a job. 2 years later, and he won his lawsuit because they didn't fire him the correct way. It wasn't if he should have got fired. They didn't fire him the correct way, so the school had to pay him. He gets a new job, and all the players are just fucking traumatized for the shit that they went through in that locker room. And this nigga, who, I don't want to play the battle of what's worse, but who did something that is not as bad because it
It's
seems
pretty
like a
bad, but yes.
consensual relationship.
Yes.
Not even
Who
Yes.
at least was
close to
consensual,
endorsing
like
Mr.
consensual
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah.
All like, listen, I'm not going to talk about how you, but like a whole culture of 100 fucking 18-year-olds getting sexually assaulted in your locker room versus you cheating on your wife is not the same thing. And dude has a job. So like,
Yeah.
just bruh, you did it. Didn't nobody tell you to cheat on your wife? Did nobody tell you to sleep with your staffer? Did nobody tell you to give her $90,000? Did nobody tell you to do none of that? Just get fired and just let it go. And instead, this freaky frog wants to go into her house, break in, threaten to kill her and himself, and then he gets out of jail, and the first thing he does is DM an OnlyFans model.
What? Okay. I love how you said you didn't want to talk much about it and you said the most about it. I think that's hilarious.
Because here's my thing.
This is
how shocked would y'all be if he did get a new job in the next couple of years?
He's
I would
black.
not be shocked at all. I would not
Well,
be shocked at
never
all.
mind. He will.
Because
he will.
men don't get held responsible for anything that they do.
Oh, if y'all think
He'll never be a head coach again.
Probably not, yeah.
Never might be.
Well, he never deserved this head coaching opportunity.
Yeah.
So, which personally, Dante can attest to this. I've never liked him. Never wrong, just early. But I do love
didn't
black
like him
men
either.
failing upwards. So like I was like, hey, something's
that is
wrong
what
with
you
him,
said
and I
about
swear
that.
to God, you can find
what
the
you said.
episodes. I have been
Yeah.
saying something's wrong with him forever, like that. Like it's on tape. But I do love black men failing upwards because there's a lot of yes, it actually was when he was crying about Jim Harbaugh. That shit was weird to me, bro. They didn't act like that they was in jail. Like, he was like he was
a prisoner in Azkaban.
Yeah, but so like, but yeah, he'll be like an offensive line coach again for sure. Depending on if he actually goes to jail though, because the felony it might be hard to, if he like actually gets the felony, it may be hard to hire.
I feel like that I'm just very disappointed because yet another woman's life was endangered behind both of their choices, right? Like she knew he was married. I don't think that was a secret. They slept together, whatever, blah, blah. Everybody has a different moral compass. But like to threaten her life over this, like, and the lesson that you took from this is that she ruined your life when you're the one who's married with 3 children and you're the one who has the higher burden of doing the right thing than she does. Now, granted, yes, she should, again, here's the thing, okay? And this is going to be a hot take for a lot of people, okay? Monogamy is not something that is naturally a human thing to do. It is a choice. Period. The end. It is a choice, okay? Whoever is non-monogamous and all that other stuff, you need to live in your truth. If you cannot be married and be faithful, don't make those promises. Don't say that that's something that you're going to do. Or if that's a part of your marriage, whatever, have at it, okay? However, whatever choices you made it. You slept with this woman. You had the relationship with her for however long you had it. You compensated her. You did whatever. You don't get to then turn around and say that this is all her fault because you got caught. You knew this was wrong. Clearly, Michigan has a no fraternization policy or whatever the case is. They don't have a problem with cheating, obviously. But they have a problem with that. So it's like to come around and be like, oh, well, it's your fault, you bitch, and now I'm going to stab you with a butter knife. First of all, it's like comically stupid. It's comically stupid to go to her house and threaten her with
butter knives.
Butter knife. Like, America is a nation of guns. What is going on here?
Thing is, in that report, they should have just kept that part out of it.
They really, because what it also goes to show how unhinged of a decision it was. It actually goes to show how actually unpremeditated it was. He just went over there and was just like in panic mode.
That's why I think people are saying they hope he gets the
also no, don't care.
No, but that's
Shorty
not
was
a mental
Shorty.
health issue.
Hold on, Shorty was too young to have a real set of knives.
No,
he was 39. He was 39.
I don't know. I mean, she might have had a knife set. I don't think. I think the
she
butter
was
knives,
too young for him.
I think the butter knives came from a place of not. Well, yeah,
she was too young for him.
But I think it also came from a place of like not actually.
At 25, what are we talking about?
I'm crying.
Did you have one at 22?
I had a knife set at 22, but I like to cook.
I think. Like I don't.
Not at 22.
That was ridiculous. I think the butter knife though also goes to show that like this was a very like rash decision on his part, and he kind of just grabbed what was near him. Yeah, because I'm like, it's just very unfortunate that. I don't want to be existential and I don't want to be feminist right now. I don't want to be
do it. Do both.
I don't want to do it, but I'm just like, it's just so interesting how like a man could really take his own life and shit all over it and still find a way to point the finger at a woman. Like, None of this had to happen.
I'm about to say a joke, and I have to say it's a joke so y'all know it's a joke.
Dante, please.
It was a white woman.
And here's the thing, to ruin your
So
life
is his
over a white
wife.
woman when you already have
Right,
a white
that's
woman
why, like,
is
is it
also
cheating?
confusing me. You already have a white wife. I'm so confused.
And see, my thing is just like I want people to understand. First of all, I genuinely, and it, you got me feeling mad. You got me feeling bad for white women. That's against the brand. But
Bro,
I
and here's
genuinely
I feel bad for
for her
women. I feel bad
because
for victims. She's a victim.
because even, and I highly doubt this, as a 39-year-old man who just got a promotion, was making multiple millions of dollars, and let that go to your head, even in the hypothetical that she was going to work, dropping her pencil, bending over in front of his desk, flirting, doing all, even sending him the worst things, all this to do it. Even if she was doing all that stuff, you're 39. It's not that hard to say
And you're
no.
married.
And you're the head coach. You can fire her. Listen, here's the thing. Men can be sexually harassed. It don't happen a lot, but it can. So even if
you don't agree, pause.
even
You don't agree that
no,
men can
we're
be.
not doing that. We are not.
I
We are.
agree that men
Oh,
can be
okay.
sexually harassed.
He
It was the
doesn't agree. It
second-
doesn't happen a lot.
It was the second
Even
one.
Oh, it
if
does.
she
Oh,
was
yeah.
doing all of these things, that's still not her fault, because
Yeah.
she wasn't the one that was married. She wasn't the one that had 3 kids. She wasn't the one that was 39 and the head coach of a multi-million-dollar industry that is
80-20.
supposed to be
That's how I look at it.
a leader of men and a father figure to 100+ black boys, who's supposed to be all of these things, a mentor and all these things. And that's the other thing. Like, this isn't just like a job. Like, this isn't just like the CEO of a company. Like, so many people go into coaching to say, I want to be a mentor, I
And
want to
change
be
lives.
this,
Yeah.
change lives, all of these things. Like, we have to be also honest of what this industry is, and which is why some of these things with coaches are taken more seriously. And you do all of that. So even if she was doing all those things, for me, it's still not her fault. But I don't believe that she was, because
She ended the relationship too.
why would I
didn't
believe
realize
that? Why would I believe that? I
She got
believe
fired,
that
she can't get money no more. No doubt.
no, she
No,
ended the
she ended
relationship
it before he got fired. She ended it before he got
and
fired.
she said that he had been stalking her for weeks.
Which makes sense, because if you are in a relationship where there is a very, very harsh power dynamic, especially as a woman, then it can, as quickly as it can be positive, it can turn just as bad, just as fast, right? Like, I do work here. You do have access to where I live. You do have access to all of these things. And so now this relationship is dangerous because I no longer want to be a part of this, and
you have access to my money, my finances,
you have access to all these things.
my
And
ability
here's
to
the
pay my
problem.
bills and take care of myself.
Is when you're dealing with somebody who has more to lose than you do, then the situation can get even that much more dangerous. Like, clearly, respectfully, like, she's gonna be fine. Like, she's kind of gonna have that, like, girl, you slept with that coach thing going on, but like, she's gonna be fine. It has ruined his life, quote unquote. Essentially, he has more to lose. So that's another reason why he's stalking her and trying to make her feel like she shouldn't speak on the situation.
Is she still under payroll for them? Like, is she still on their staff?
No, I don't think she works there anymore. I would be very, as a woman, kind of, as a non-binary feminine person, I would not want to work in the space where,
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, since that's the policy, I just assumed both were let go.
I would imagine
And
they
just
both got
since
fired,
he's
yeah.
the coach, that is the headline.
The news,
That's the news. Yeah.
And the athletic director needs to be let go too. Not
AD
solely off
there's
of
no
this,
way.
but off of the
Everything.
totality of everything.
Yeah, there's
Under
no way.
one AD, you had coaches cheating. You had another coach using the university resources to
spy on young women.
I want to be clear. The FBI came out and said they have never seen anything to this instance. And most times with cyber hacking, it is personal. This dude was hacking women at colleges nobody had even heard of. He was going into their phones using university resources. He was stealing their nudes, and he was categorizing them. He had a spreadsheet.
Can you imagine being that bored?
And
You're
categorize
that bored.
and talk about their sexuality and these things. And then he would go back for updates to see if they took more nudes. The FBI said they've never seen anything like that. That happened underneath you.
Here's one thing about a man. He's going to let his horniness ruin his life. He is.
He could have been a superhero with all those powers. And
That's what I'm
decided to
saying.
be a
He could have
villain.
been. He could have been canceling student loans at that
I'm
rate. Like,
saying,
what is going on?
and then you have
I'm going
this
to
with
assume
this
that's
coach.
not easily done. Like, I don't
Like-
think that can be done anymore. Like,
I know. I feel like the window for the loans to be easily hacked has been
Hey,
closed now.
not with this president. He keep firing staff. We can get in there. who watching him? Who watching him?
He's like,
And then-
nobody
and
works
you're
at
right.
Sally Mae
There's-
anymore.
There's
Because
3
depending on
people
who
in
he
the Department of
hired-
Education.
depending on
There
who
is
he
no Department of
hires, right?
Education anymore, Jordan.
And that's not official yet. We getting there though.
I know.
We
Isn't that
getting
sad?
real
To be
close.
so anti-intellectual to shut down the Department of Education, white people have never been stupider. It is truly,
Well,
I can marvel at that.
They ain't stupid. This is intentional. They know what they're doing. Let's be honest.
No.
Yes,
no.
but it's
Um,
intentional stupidity.
The leaders know what they're doing. She is.
Oh, everybody else.
Right in
Yes,
the
Everybody
space.
else everybody else is like, yeah, down with reading. I hate reading. What?
Well, you got Jim Jones on
Like,
podcast
excuse
talking
me?
about you don't need how
No,
to read.
listen, I say that, but I'm joking. It's because I'm lazy. I at least know how to read. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody on this podcast can do the 3 R's: the reading, the writing, and the
Yes.
arithmetic.
PSA: read at least 1 book a month, please. Just
Or
please,
just
because
read the
we're not gonna have
billboards on the
books for
side of the
long.
street. Like,
No,
just read.
no. As the person in education on this podcast, read a book. We all read books as a kid. Go back and read some childhood books. If you was reading
Junie B. Jones
Twilight,
is still
go back
popular.
and go back and read Twilight. That's like
Don't do that.
7 books.
Don't
That'll
do that.
last you to July.
Don't-
1 book a month.
Twilight
Go-
is
go
500
back
pages.
and
Junie B. Jones is right
whatever,
there.
like
Because
whatever
Diary
you
of
was
a Wimpy
like,
Kid?
even if you don't want
Everybody
news,
has a third
okay,
grade reading level. You're
if
asking a lot.
read a book a month, all right? Whatever.
Captain
Start wherever you got to start, please and thank you. So yeah,
You
the
don't have
last
to
thing,
read Fourth Wing. That's a bit much. You got to
You
learn a
know,
whole new language.
and-
But, a little Hunger Games. Like,
and the Art of War.
Harry Potter is an easy read.
The Art of War is not the book you should be reading.
F.J.K. Rowling.
Because first of all, y'all don't understand that. Don't pick up that book. That's not you work in finance. You never mind. All right.
All right,
The
so
last
that's
thing,
the news.
the last thing about this that I have to say
Mister, I don't want
is
to talk about
Sharon Moore is not a
Right.
victim. No. I told you I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want what I had to say on wax, and I kept a lot of things back because I have worse things to say.
it.
Sharon
We
Moore
literally have 15
is not a
listeners month.
victim. Sharon Moore is not a victim.
Even
Your
if he's a victim
insight,
of his
if
own
you
impulse.
want to,
His
if you
own
want
stuff,
to talk
yeah.
about this, the victims are very clearly that girl, but
And his wife.
even more so, his wife and kids,
His
because
kids.
they didn't play a part in that. Full stop.
His poor children. Like, oh my gosh. Like, can you guys stop being embarrassing? Like, and by you guys, I
I
just
feel
mean
like that's
everybody.
a parent's job.
Like, don't be embarrassing.
Not
Like,
to
poor
them.
Nick Cannon is out
No,
here
it's
talking
more
about not poor Nick Cannon, poor Nick Cannon's children. He out here talking about I'm working on making sure they can all meet. First of all, nigga, you're going to need to rent a stadium for that. But second of all, is this because one of your twins posted that she don't know her own siblings? Because that's crazy. Your oldest children not knowing their own siblings? Crazy. I'm going somewhere with this. The
It's
point
not
is,
surprising though.
men let their horniness ruin their lives every single day. I'm very tired of watching it. I'm very tired of seeing it. I'm tired because honestly, everything that Sharon's getting, he deserves it. Sorry, I don't feel bad for someone who makes purposeful choices to do things that don't make sense. Like, everything you did didn't make sense.
They're not even-
Because even back to Dante's point, if you really want to fuck the girl, fire her first. God damn it, fire her first, and then go be happy. Because then you won't have the
why
whole
would I
whatever.
give you coochie after being fired?
I'm just saying, if she wanted to, because back to Jordan's point, if he just really wanted her that bad
Unless
and she wanted him,
promised,
and there was
I'm gonna
this,
take care of you. I'm gonna take care
That's
of you.
what I'm
but I gotta
saying.
let
That's
you
what I'm
know.
saying.
He
Like,
had the money.
that's what I'm saying. Fire
That'd
her,
be the
get her an
only way.
apartment, put her up somewhere. Because no one's saying don't cheat on your wife.
It's
Like,
Anna.
whatever, do what you
It's
do.
Anna
Like,
Arbor.
drive
Like,
the
do it
coochie
smartly.
up, not being employed. Like,
Like,
no
I'm just saying,
income. Like,
I'm saying she should take being taken care of. What I'm getting at is
yeah.
there's ways that you could have cheated on your wife that didn't also put your job in jeopardy, is what I'm saying.
Very true.
Don't cheat on your
Very
wife,
true.
but if
And
you're
this-
going to.
And this
Very true. It
economy,
didn't have to
stop
be somebody
putting
on
your
your
job
side.
at risk for
Over
everybody.
from being a
For
horn dog.
everybody.
Like,
in this economy, do you know how hard it is to get a job?
We are
I'm not
going
talking about
into
him
a
no more. Just in general.
depression.
If you are currently doing something that is putting your job at risk, stop. Because
Stop
you're not
doing
going to
it.
get another one. You
There are
have
no
bills
jobs.
to pay.
There are no jobs. There
But
are
even
do
more
you know how
specifically, if you
expensive
have
eggs are?
kids.
And like Sharon, there's
Eggs
so
are
many
$8.
women that look like like your wife and the woman you cheated on that it didn't have to be a staffer. It just didn't. It didn't have to be a staffer. It didn't.
Okay, so let's move on to the Big 12 and
Hmm.
Utah with private equity is getting real ghetto in these streets. Didn't we talk about this last week? We already talked about this.
I thought we did.
No.
We talked about private
I
equity
thought
already.
we did.
Did we?
Anyways, there's private equity creeping into college sports. Kiss all of your hopes and dreams goodbye because it's about to get real ghetto around here.
So hold on. If we talked about it, it was just because Utah had done it. Now the
yeah.
whole Big 12 is about to do it, which is
Well-
hilarious. Because Utah
We're not
is
just
the
against that.
no,
Big
that's
10.
the
Keep
Big
going.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But it's funny because
Needs to be
Utah
named
just
something different.
Utah just did their own deal, and then the Big 12 is going to do a deal. So Utah's about to get like a bill. Because supposedly the Big 12's deal is $500 million for every school, but Utah's deal was also $500 million. So
Just for
Utah
Utah.
is about to have $1 billion, just straight up, like
Oh,
like
a
that.
bill, like billion. Okay, when you said bill, I thought you meant bill, and I was like,
they gonna have a
what
bill
is they
too
paying?
because they gotta pay it back, but they're about to get $1 billion because they got
billion
their
dollars
own
to Utah is
$500
crazy.
million. Half of it's going to the Mormon Church.
Oh gosh.
Tennessee
And they don't
hires
need no
Jim
more money.
Knowles.
They don't need any more money for all this child trafficking and pedophilic marriages. They don't need no more money. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm talking about the Mormons. Keep sweet, pray and obey. Go watch it.
Tennessee hires Jim Knowles as their defensive coordinator.
Why do I know that name?
He was the defensive coordinator of Ohio State. He then got Jim Franklin fired, and now he has a new job. So
Okay.
yes.
Gotcha.
And in the last bit of news, which is crazy, and I do apologize for the third person because I don't know his name. 3 separate people tore their ACL yesterday in the NFL, and 2 of them are superstars, and the third one, I'm sorry, I didn't track your name. I was just like, damn, another one. But Patrick Mahomes and Micah Parsons both tore their ACL on Sunday, and then some other person tore his ACL. And I'm sorry to that other person, but
so now we got to look it up because
it's funny because I was reading the Micah Parsons news as Patrick Mahomes was tearing his.
Yep.
Yeah,
like I didn't even know that happened. I'm on Twitter and I was like, damn, Micah Parsons just tore his ACL. And then I look up and they're showing the replay of him like hyperextended the knee, and I was like, he ain't the only one. I was like,
back to back.
I was like, he is not the only one. I promise you, that man just tore everything in that.
It's NFL injuries. 5 things to know on Monday. I don't give a fuck about 5 things to know on Monday. I need to know who got injured.
It's already the end of Monday. Like,
yeah,
okay. It's not telling me who did it
because nobody knows. He just plays in the NFL. No disrespect to him.
I would like to know what we have ACLs for, because right now they just seem to only matter when they're tearing. I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding it. This is slightly related. Cal Berkeley is starting a division in their biomechanics school, potentially. One of those schools where it's like engineering, it might be science, it might be the sports management school. One of their schools where they are specifically putting like funding behind ACL tear studies, specifically in women, because there's no studies dedicated right now to female athletes and ACL tears. And as y'all know, female athletes are like 30%, have a 30% chance of like tearing the ACL more than a man. However, the ACL,
I did not know that.
Yes, they do, because our ACLs are like connected to our hips in a way where like when we do physical activity, it tears like almost like differently than when a man tears his. And it also, there's now been information where there may be a potential link between menstrual cycles and ACL tears as well. But there's no real research on female athletes and ACL tears and the propensity that they have. It's just like the stats. We just have the stats. So Cal is like digging deeper into it and doing real research into why this is happening. I bring this up to say, I do think that the same concussion study that they did in the NFL, they need to do for ACL tears, because it seems like there's like a collection of ACL tears that happen always like collectively around this time, where it's like, it's just, then it becomes like this, what is it? This, almost like pandemic of ACL tears that happen between like week like 13 and 16, where
Give
it's
me
like
the money. I got the answer. Give me the
crying.
money.
He's about to say something like they don't practice.
And it's cold.
It's cold. It's cold. You're right.
And we're not really preparing our bodies. So now so we're doing these, especially at least for football. I'm gonna keep it football since this is a football podcast. We are putting our bodies through rigorous activity. We don't fully prepare to do that before that rigorous activity happens, and then we're doing it for weeks, and now we just threw -5 degrees on top of it.
Yeah.
Who here? Because has aches when it gets cold. Okay, so if us
I hate it here.
regular people get aches in our
I'm an
joints
athlete. I don't know what you're talking about.
Since us regular people, nigga. If you could read one page from Harry Potter book, nigga. No.
I am an athlete.
If us regular people are getting aches and pains in our joints or whatever in the cold, these guys who are beating up on their bodies week to week for years are also feeling those aches and pains in the cold. And if we're not fully putting in the effort in the off season, during the season, stretching for real, because like on those sidelines, all they do is sit down in the coats.
Yes, but my thing is, isn't it like there's been more ACL tears in recent years than there have been like in the NFL as a whole? Like I feel like in the last 10 years, there's been a lot more ACL tears.
They don't practice, but also the fields are awful.
They do now have field standards starting in 2026. They are going to have field standards,
and they're still not going to be.
Grass,
they're still not going to be up to standard.
Well, the plan is allegedly with the field standards thing, it starts in 2026. So any new facilities being built will have to have that, and then I think it's like by 2027 or 2028, every facility will have to have the same type of whatever standard.
The problem, an off-season conversation. Someone remember these. The problem with this is this is the best and the worst thing that the NFL could ever do, because it's good, but when players still get injured on turf, the players are then going to be able to say to the NFL, you picked this.
Oh, yeah.
Because now it's just anybody. So the NFL is hoping that if they have a standard, it'll help. But when people keep getting injured, because the problem isn't just bad turf, sometimes it's turf in general, then the players are finally going to get the NFL to grasp, because they can say, I got tore on your number one field. So the NFL not thinking this through because they don't believe the players, and they don't think, and even though a lot of it is practice, the players not going to say that because they don't want to practice. So they are going to get to grass eventually, because the NFL thinks that doing this is going to lessen the tears, and it's not.
Because I'll say this. Players have been saying that turf, artificial turf, it doesn't matter what kind of turf. There have been players saying since turf was invented that turf is terrible.
Because it doesn't give.
There's no give to it. You're literally running on concrete. Your foot smacks. I've played on pretty good turf. My feet are fucked.
No, it hurts. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. I will say, like SMU, we just before this season went to grass, and it seems to have been received very well by the players.
It's a lot less. It's a lot more
football.
It's a lot less impact when you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Because it's dirt. It's grass. It's not concrete with grass put on
grass
top.
on top.
That's what turf is.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I have been in marching band, but I was not a marcher. I was like a color artist. Like I was in color guard, so I was rolling around on the turf all the time. That shit's fucking nuts. Like I could not imagine having pads on and being physically thrown into or pressed into this.
The fact that there's a burn called turf.
It's a turf burn. Yeah, I used to get turf burn all the time, and I'm like, I could not. And then my ex, he would get turf burn on his elbows all the time because he was a running back who didn't like.
They literally had to
wear the tape.
They literally had to create equipment to go against turf. I didn't have a nice high school, so we played on grass.
Oh, I did.
When I played on turf, I hated it. When I played on turf, I was like, this is awful. Give me back my grass. And we had awful grass. By October, it was mud. But give me that.
Give me my dirt grass.
Because mud gives more than turf.
So serious.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day,
I couldn't cut. I couldn't break out. It hurt.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the rise in ACL injuries in general is a little bit concerning, both in men's and women's sports. One thing I can say is at least it's no longer a season-ending injury, which that used to be career-ending injury, which is nice. I think the recovery now is like 9 months, which is kind of insane when you think about.
It's like 6.
I heard
it's like 6, but like full form, like 9. Like it's 6, like you can walk and run again, but like if you're talking about like fully getting yourself back into it, like a real full recovery is like 9.
Nobody does the
9
full
to
recovery.
12.
They get paid too many. They get paid too many. They get paid too many millions. Nobody does a full recovery. Because let's
Nobody
be
does
honest,
a full
it
recovery,
really
but I'm
should be a
saying
year.
it
People
should
be
be
coming
a
back from
year.
the
It should
Achilles.
be
and
a year.
People come back in the Achilles in 8 months, but they said
And they should not do that
you
either.
sign that check, my
People
boy.
keep telling Jason Tatum, please stop it. Like people
Like,
keep telling him,
have a
sit
seat,
down.
Jason.
Like,
It's
bro,
Like,
okay.
you're not
go
ready.
do your TikTok dances. You are not ready to
Don't do that.
play.
Don't do
It's
that, though.
fine.
Don't do
Everything
that,
is
though. Do
fine.
not
Go
that.
do your calf stretches. Anyways,
You have a baby and a wife. Like, what do you? Okay.
is LMA his wife now? Did they
I
get
don't
married?
know. The way she be
Oh.
singing in her British voice, it sounds like they married. I don't know.
Okay, first
He's
of all,
dating who?
LMA is
They
his
have a
baby mama.
Don't
That
come
came out
back.
like 2 years ago.
Don't come back.
All right.
Look, she said
you
Jimmy
have
Dadu boot up and they got a baby now. They got
complications.
boot up and they had a baby.
Yeah.
Love
I
that.
And,
hope he has complications.
Oh my god! What?
I'm a hater.
Because he got LMA or because he has a
I've
baby?
been
What
rooting
is
for
going
Klay
on?
Thompson to shoot 15% since I heard about him and Megan.
Wait,
Hey,
what is
no,
wrong
hold
with
on,
wait,
hold
wait,
on,
wait,
hold on,
wait, wait,
hold on,
wait,
hold
wait,
on.
wait, 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 wait.
Hey,
What's
hey.
wrong with athletes dating music artists? I'm confused.
Well,
Is it the
wait,
music
it's
artist
not
out there?
just music
the point.
artists.
You're missing the
Klay,
point. You're
Klay,
missing the point.
hold on. Klay
You're missing the
tall,
point.
he light skinned,
That
he
ain't
got
got
4
nothing.
rings, he
They
rich,
can-
and he gets Megan Thee Stallion. That's
was
not
hating.
right. That's not right.
What
That's
kind of
not
greed
right.
is this?
that is biblical gluttony. That is biblical gluttony.
I mean,
All
also
right.
at the same time,
You can
that might
duck, nigga.
that could also be sorry. That could also be Meg manifesting because she tweeted back in 2011 that she was going to end up with a tall, light-skinned NBA player. Like this is like the
That's
receipts
good
are
for
out
her.
there.
We talking
So
about
she might have
him.
just manifested
What
that
did-
into her life.
That's
That's
we
a tall
talking about
woman. She needs an
him.
NBA player.
That's cool. I'm nobody's talking about her.
No, she
Good for
don't.
her.
Yes, she does.
Good for her. We're talking about him. He
Y'all are
has
haters.
biblical.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
That they talk about that gluttony in the Bible. That's a
What do
deadly
you
sin.
think this
That is
podcast is?
that is one of the, that is one
I'm
of the
rooting for
deadly
black
sins.
women being loved out loud by kind of
She
sort
could
of
have
black men.
been by me.
This is not an anti-Meg Thee Stallion
At
take.
all. You're
It's
missing
not.
the
We are not.
point. This is anti-Klay Thompson.
We about
Wow,
to see.
this
we
is
about
also
to, we
not
about to,
that.
No,
I am not
we about to-
anti-Klay Thompson.
We about to see this
It's
tall, light-skinned, 4-ring having ass nigga in matching
4
pajamas.
He is considered either the second or third greatest shooter of all
He
time. You don't
has
need her.
enough. He has enough.
And you know
He's
who else feels
already
like this?
getting paid way
Because-
too much
because-
money.
Wait, listen. No, listen.
He is. He's
Because
washed.
you know
Before
what?
We
You
heard
know
about
what?
Meg, he was washed.
And
Okay.
here's the thing.
Anyways, I wanna listen to Jordan.
Patrick Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Guess what he's not doing? Dating a celebrity. He's paying for his sins. He's paying the cost of
You know
being
who we
one of
got
the greatest
jealous
of all
of?
time.
And
We
his
got-
wife
you know
thinks
who
his
we got
favorite food
jealous
is
of
fried
who they
chicken.
dating?
And that is the
Veneers.
cost. That is the cost. His dad getting DUIs is the cost. He's a black man who people are comparing to Tom Brady. He's paying the cost. Klay Thompson hasn't paid the cost of none of his sins.
Yes, he has.
He just
What do
ups
you mean?
Megan Thee
No.
He tore
Stallion.
his Achilles and his
That doesn't
ACL. He did
count.
both.
That doesn't count.
Y'all
That
is-
nigga was
that's-
jogging on the beach with his dog. He was still happy.
Y'all are this
Nah,
is
nah, you
wow.
right. He right. He got 60 with 6 dribbles. I don't care. I don't care.
It's unfair. I love this for Meg. I do. She deserves this. This is not an anti-Meg take. This is just he's gluttonous. He's gluttonous.
He's
Wow.
gluttonous. She might be
Okay.
a little bit too, but he's gluttonous.
She
do-
deserves love.
She
Okay.
does- she
No
do.
one said she didn't.
I'm just
I-
saying
a
she's
little
not being
gluttonous
gluttonous in this
Yes.
particular instance because the way that the internet has treated her for 2 years,
Hold on.
she deserves happiness.
If Klay Thompson's making more than $23 million a year, yes, she is. I don't.
You know, she's also a millionaire.
Exactly.
Wait, what? So what is, bro? This is
I don't agree with the Megan side of this. I love this for her. It's Klay. He's gluttonous.
let's talk about these damn postseason awards that nobody gives a fuck about. Respectfully,
3-year, $50 million.
wow.
He got a 3-year, $50 million. The Dallas Mavericks are stupid,
Well, that was back. That was in the Nico
Last
Harrison
year.
era. Okay,
dumb.
I know. Poor Nico.
I'm
Poor
stupid.
Nico. Anyways, so there were end of season awards that were given out. They were for college football. We never discussed them. I'm going to
No.
speak for myself. I did not give a flying cow over the moon who won the Heisman this year. I did not give a crap. I don't know if it's just because like everybody was just woefully underwhelming. I'm really not sure, but I just did not give a shit who ended up with the Heisman. But I don't know which order we're going in. Are we going like from top to bottom or
If you're
Wait,
on
the Heisman is these are just nominees or right?
no?
This is the
They have
winner.
been given out. This is who won.
the ESPN thing, if you look at the top row, it says 2025. This is just naming all the winners. Like you could use this to look at all of them ever.
Yeah.
So just look at the top row.
So obviously Heisman went to Indiana for Fernando Mendoza. I have no argument against that personally.
Did they even? I'm sorry, because there's usually a show for this.
There was a show.
They had it. They
It
had
happened.
it. Just nobody cares
You
about it
see how
anymore.
none of us gave a shit?
Nobody cares
Didn't
about it
even watch
anymore.
the damn
First
show.
of all,
It was
I stopped
happening at the
respecting
same
the
time.
Heisman when they tried to steal it from Reggie. What are we talking about? We watched him. We watched him.
The only reason why I gave a fuck last year was literally because of, oh boy, what's that child's name? Why can't
Travis
I think of his
Hunter.
name? Travis Hunter. And the only reason why I gave a fuck again is because you don't see a two-way player like that every year. So I was like, if y'all don't give him the Heisman this year, it's got to be crack. Sorry to Ashton Genty, but it's got to be crack.
And that's why I'm glad we were because his while great performance, how much of an impact did it really make?
You reward people for being freaks of nature. I fully believe that. Even if the team or the organization not there
Personally,
a freak of nature.
He's also a freak of
got
nature.
his team in the playoffs.
Yeah, personally,
solely because of him.
Personally,
there was argument for both. I agree. It was a very tight race. It was a very tight race.
It's hilarious because nobody in this race would have been in like the last three of them.
No, we did,
like they wouldn't even. The numbers, the defenses were like. I know ESPN's not doing 30 for 30s like they're supposed to, and because all they're doing is drama. And Stephen A.
They did do one. They just released the Stuart Scott one 3 days ago.
And Stephen A. Smith.
It's really good.
And Stephen A. Smith is trying to run for political office and all these other kind of things. They don't talk about the things that they should talk about.
Way serious.
But like, I think it's so interesting that like all of the offensive stats were down this year. Defenses were so good this year.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, like 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns.
To a linebacker.
Caleb Williams, 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. Bryce Young, 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. Fernando Mendoza, and this is no shade to him. This is an example of the stats. He won all the best quarterback, best player of the year awards. He had less than 3,000 yards and 33 touchdowns.
Now, mind you, I guess, but to your point, that is a byproduct of just really, really great defenses.
Which is the thing that like.
Yeah.
Which is the thing that like I would like, yeah, like I'm not saying he didn't deserve to win it. All of the quarterbacks had stats roughly around there. It's just not what it was a couple years ago when you had 3-4 guys putting up 4,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, a whole bunch of like the defenses were really good this year.
That is also a representation of the parity, or not the parity, but the
yes, good point.
The competition around football has gotten better, as in like not every school has all, or at least not just 4 schools have every good player, because now great players are going to different schools.
Transfer portal.
Things go down.
You lose those games where you can put up 500 yards in 3 quarters and then sit.
Yeah.
Which
I love that.
By the way, it's hard as hell to do in the video game. Like everyone talks about the video game is not life, but it really is life. Like when I play like bad teams and I blow them out, my quarterback will have like 150 yards because of field position. I'm not driving the field. I'm getting the ball in the 40 because I'm playing FCS East. You just like you're not getting the counting stats because of like field, like you're saying, they're just more parity. And that's, I think, and that's like, you know, we've said it, and I can't wait in a year or two when we're still doing this to like really look back. I don't believe that parity is going to affect the national championship, but I also keep saying that college football is not about the national championship. Like, I know we talk about it, but there's so many other things in sports that matter.
Elements. Yeah.
And it's just like, it's everywhere. Like, and the stats being depressed are that. Like, that's definitely a part of it. Fernando Mendoza also wins the Maxwell Award, which I believe is the best quarterback, and then the Walter Camp
outstanding
Award.
Player?
Outstanding player.
Outstanding
so
player.
is Walter?
So Maxwell is outstanding player. Walter Camp is player of the year. Davey O'Brien is national quarterback, and Fernando swept all of those.
He got all those.
Yeah. Shout out to him, honestly.
Yes. Kurt Cignetti is the first coach, I think, ever to win the back-to-back National Coach of the Year award. He deserves it. And I would just like to say,
What?
we are not
Nick Saban has never even done that. That's crazy.
That's
not
what I was
us.
like, word?
Yeah.
Well, that's because it's like Nick Saban get the LeBron rules. Like, you don't win that shit. Like, you
No, he only
that.
won it once. He literally
You don't-
only won it once in his career.
Yeah, they're weird
That's
with
nuts.
coaching awards.
He
They're
didn't
weird
even
with
win it at Florida. That's weird.
They're weird with coaching awards. Urban Meyer doesn't have many, if any. Like
He has one.
They're weird with coaching awards.
That's crazy.
But this podcast had talked about Indiana a lot. The national of it all, I don't think we're giving enough like credit and things of what's going on at Indiana, and I can't wait to talk about that in the off season. And that is one that I'll actually remember once we see how
how they do.
They don't do it. So it's just dumb. Jeremiah Love,
Utah, that's crazy.
yeah. Jeremiah Love wins the Running Back of the Year award. Diego Pavia wins the Johnny Unitas Year award, which goes to like
outstanding senior quarterback, which is stupid. Wait, that's stupid.
Award?
Why do they get a separate award? There's a national quarterback.
Well, think about it this way: how many senior quarterbacks do you really know?
It's basically like a journeyman.
Don't give a fuck. Why are we giving them participation trophies? Be the best and get the Heisman, or win the outstanding quarterback award, or shut the fuck up. Also, speaking of Diego Pavia, I know that I have said on the air many times that I'm a fan. I would like to come back on the air and say I'm not a fan.
Thank you. He's
anymore.
Weird.
His attitude, his bravado, his whatever, it's giving like a cross between like wannabe nigga and like weird slimy Italian dude. I don't know if y'all know what I mean by that.
Yes,
but, like,
I do, exactly.
It's very like
it's the perfect
it's very both. And I know he's not Italian. I don't know what his nationality is, but
that's the best way.
He is everything
with a little bit of with a sprinkle of Serbian gangster. This is
it's like it's just very weird, but it also is very oddly performative. I'm not fucking with it. He also has everything about him is what people think is how Shador is, and I can almost guarantee you it is very, very different. Diego Pavia is disrespectful. He's weird. He's also
he said like, F the Heisman, and my brother in Christ, you shouldn't have won it.
My brother in Christ, you were not even in the I mean, I think he was a finalist, but like barely.
I agree with him, but I get what you mean. But
the point I'm getting at is like I love a sore loser in the sense that like you hate losing and you just want to win from a competitive standpoint. I don't like a sore loser who like goes like as far as being like, oh fuck the award, I didn't even want it anyway. Because had you won it, then that little bottle, little sign would have said something else. You see what I'm saying? Like you're only saying that because you're mad that you didn't win. That's weird. I don't fuck with that. And then I'm still stuck on the calling for Donald Trump to write executive orders for Vanderbilt to get into the playoffs. That's weird.
Okay, that's what I thought that was. Okay, that's what I was like. I know that name, but for why?
Yeah, so that's fucking weird because and maybe this is just me being too woke, but I don't think the United States government needs to be involved in any of the sports. Hot take. I don't think they need to be involved in any of the sports, but especially not to the point where the president is taking time out of his very busy day ruining this country to write an executive order so your 10-2 team can get into the playoffs. Like, do I think Vanderbilt was robbed in a way? Sure. I don't know.
No.
I don't know their strength of schedule, so I feel like that's part of the reason. Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know their strength of schedule, but it didn't seem like it was all that.
Not at all, actually.
You know? So, whatever. Go next year. The point I'm getting at is, I just would like to come out and say that all of the Diego Pavia love that I was experiencing at the beginning was solely based on his style of play, had nothing to do with his personality.
Great. The Blitnikoff Award went to Mekhi Lemon, which is stupid because guess what? He's in the Big Ten, and Jeremiah Smith is in the Big Ten. Jeremiah Smith won the Big Ten Wide Receiver of the Year award. So how are you not the best wide receiver in your conference, but you're the best wide receiver in the country? Don't understand that. And let's speed through this. Jacob Rodriguez, linebacker at Texas Tech, won 4 awards, well-deserved. The Defensive Player of the Year, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, Outstanding Linebacker
Why
award.
are there 2?
Because it's different like media companies and clearinghouses and things like that. And then he also won the nation's top player award. What else matters? Caleb Downs won the Jim Thorpe Award, which is for the best DB. Any of these other ones matter?
I would like to say Eli Stowers won top scholar athlete. We love athletes that are also smart.
Yeah, he also won tight end of the year award, and he didn't deserve that one.
Milroe won that last year. Interesting.
Yeah, he's smart. He's like
I would also
I
like to shout out, because I was a fan of him throughout the season. Casey Concepcion won Most Versatile Player, which I also feel like is a proper choice, because I didn't know this, but he's like amazing at basketball as well. He plays for A&M, and he literally could pick one sport and dominate in the one sport. So love that for him.
Disney, you
I love
greedy
that they took
bastards. What do you
versatility
mean
into
Disney
consideration, not just within the
I
context of
didn't even
football.
I didn't
But
even know
yeah,
that award existed. All right, let's
it is.
speed
Well,
through this because
Travis
we're
Hunter won
pushing
it 2 years in a row.
lies.
Most
Lies.
inspirational player.
How do you
or
even
team.
how do you even judge that? That's dumb. That's why I didn't even say it. All right, bowl games are happening.
Top
We are only
walk-on?
going to
That's
talk
cute.
about the bowl
Yeah, I
games
like
that
that.
happen in between the times that we record. So we will not go through
Right.
all of them. Bowl games started technically on Saturday. Washington put belt to ass to Boise State, 38-10. On Tuesday, we have Troy versus Jacksonville State, 9 p.m. Anyone care
Yay.
about that game? No,
Not at all.
I have I have 2 or 3 friends that are that went to Troy. So.
All right.
Oh, well,
shout out
the
to the
person
shout out
looking
to
at
the
is
friends.
Yay Troy.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, we have Old Dominion versus South Florida
Shout out to them.
and Louisiana versus Delaware.
Them too.
Wait. Delaware. No, that's Delaware, not Delaware State. Okay.
Where
Thursday,
even is Delaware?
we have Missouri State versus Arkansas State.
Come on, States.
The Xbox Bowl.
The
They about to stop
Xbox
making
Bowl.
that. They about to stop making that.
The Xbox? Like the whole thing?
Yes. They're not making the Xbox anymore. They're making something else, but they're done with the Xbox.
Interesting.
Yeah, Microsoft is done with the Xbox.
My childhood just keeps dissipating into thin air, and
Well,
I'm really not liking that.
you're
I'm
old.
really not
You're
liking that.
old. Is
On
crazy.
Friday.
Did you
On
just call me old?
Friday,
Did
I
he just
did.
call me old?
On Friday.
Wait, he's the oldest one here. That's crazy.
No, I'm not.
I know. I
On
just felt like
Friday.
we don't care about these balls, Jordan.
Kennesaw State versus Western Michigan. NC State
That is gonna be
versus
some ugly
Memphis.
colors on the
Yeah.
field.
that
Oh
is
my
sick.
God.
That is sick.
We're just gonna look
Nasty
like throw
word.
up.
Nasty word. NC State
Oh,
versus
man.
Memphis. And then we have
That
our
should be good.
first playoff game. Alabama versus Oklahoma.
Oh, it's gonna be an ass off. Oh my god.
I just realized this
It
doesn't
is.
yeah.
This
This
might be
doesn't
ass on
matter.
ass,
It
bro.
is. It is. This doesn't matter because I don't care to watch the game, but I didn't look at the schedule and I just told my wife that I was taking her somewhere on Friday. And
Oh,
then I pulled this up and I said, damn, well, guess I'm missing the game. I'm not going to tell her I'm not taking her.
yeah, you're
But
happy wife, happy
I did
life.
not check the schedule.
Just take us somewhere with
Saturday-
TVs.
No, we're not. We're not doing. I already know where we're going. There's not going to be TVs. It's fine.
Damn.
Sick. Just get sick.
No, that's
I already
crazy.
heard it. I
That's-
can hear it in your voice.
Actually,
What
you do
mean?
sound a little congested. I can.
Well,
can hear it.
well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to fake sick to watch Alabama, Oklahoma.
He's like, I'd rather fake sick
That's
for the next
nasty.
game.
That's nasty.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
Saturday is all
It's the
college
big
football playoff
day.
games. We have Miami versus Texas A&M at noon. We have Tulane versus Ole Miss at 3:30. We have James Madison at Oregon at 7:30.
Don't do shit on Saturday. You
I
will
won't
be
be.
entertained. Don't do shit. Make sure you got all your snacks together, your popcorn, your candy, your sodas,
I
or
did have
your hummus
I
and your
had,
nuts and your charcuterie, whatever you like,
Yep,
and get
all
your life
that.
together.
I no longer have plans that day, so I can
Get your life together. Also, most places in America is gonna be cold as balls, so you should be inside anyways because there won't be anything to
Hey,
do. Just
some of us have to exist in the cold, so we still do go outside.
what?
What do you think we do in the winter?
Stay indoors like normal people. What is
we
cold outside?
have to live. I just walked to the grocery store. It was cold as
On
shit
purpose?
outside. I live in New York.
I just went to the doctor.
Instacart
Like,
exists.
I'm
Make somebody
supposed
else
to
be
just not
cold.
do that now? So
All right,
wait, hold
that's
on. Time out,
crazy.
time out,
No,
time
Dante,
out,
please,
time out,
Dante,
time out.
please.
How you gonna say
We're gonna
stay
be here
inside,
forever.
but then be like,
Are
but
you
you can
tipping
have
extra?
other.
Are you tipping
Yes,
extra?
I am
for this?
actually.
All
I
right,
do
cool.
tip. Yeah, I tip extra for bad weather and for
okay.
not for cold.
I will
Always
let you.
tip for
I'll
bad
let
weather.
I'll let you have it because that's crazy.
I used
That
to be
is-
a tips worker.
that
I
is
believe in
crazy.
tipping.
All right.
I
Anyways,
was a tip worker. I still don't believe in
Listen.
it.
and see that's what's wrong with niggas is that right
tip,
there.
I just don't
That's what's
believe in
wrong
it.
with America. We don't live as we climb. We feel like once we made it, then that's all good, and we don't have to
No,
worry about
the
our
problem
community
with
members.
America
And we
There's
should
a lot
worry.
of there's a lot of problems with
What we need
America.
now is love.
Okay.
The problem with America is that they don't want to pay people. It's
Well,
not
yes,
my
because
job
the problem
to
with America
pay this
is,
person
say it
to
with me,
do their
everybody,
job.
racism.
Also
Okay.
capitalism, but and
Which
then
is
on
a
Monday,
byproduct of racism.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Well,
They're byproducts of each other. Anyways,
yeah.
egg, chicken.
On Monday, because in case we don't record on Sunday, Utah State versus Washington State at 2 p.m.
The
Those are the bowl
Idaho
games that we're
Potato
going to talk
Bowl.
about this week, and we won't talk about any of them next week because we'll have 4 playoff games. So happens. 2-minute drill. The transfer portal is not officially open yet, but big time names are announcing their decisions because they're all tampering. They wouldn't announce it this
What?
early. Why do you think
It's
they're
gotta
saying
be.
it now?
It has to be.
They're
It
literally
is. It
saying,
is.
"Hey,
It is.
call
It
my
is.
dad." Like dog. Do you want my mom's number? Slide the DMs. My mom and my agent. We will work this deal out. I promise you, Dylan Raiola will have a news team the day the portal opens, max the day after.
Yeah.
They're cheating.
I think he's the top prospect going into the transfer portal currently.
I think so too. Then we also have DJ Lagway, the quarterback from Florida. We have Sam Levitt, the quarterback from Arizona State. And then we have Brendan Sorsby, the quarterback from Cincinnati.
All quarterbacks. Interesting.
Yeah, I just put quarterbacks because once you get to like other, like I don't think there's a big wide receiver yet. And once you get to like defensive players and things, but also there's not that many. Not everyone's tampering. I think the quarterbacks are getting in early, and then everybody else is going to get through Christmas, and then they're going to start putting in, like, after Christmas, we're going to start seeing the other ones. But the quarterbacks, they hopped in early. They trying to get that $2 million deal. I do have one thing to say. I know that we joke about Dylan Raiola and the Patrick Mahomes thing, but I would like people to remember that Dylan Raiola is a good quarterback. I literally just saw someone like crap on him for jumping in the portal, and they're like, now he's going to bounce around from school to school until his career is over. Dylan Raiola is the best chance for another Fernando Mendoza. Like, Dylan Raiola is the best chance to go to, literally, well, he has 2, but he's gonna be gone next year. He started as a true freshman.
Oh yeah,
hey, that's the thing. Like, you're saying multiple years. He's leaving next. Like, did we not watch him play? Like, if there's anyone who has a chance to be Fernando Mendoza, meaning you go to a school with a real offense, you go to the playoffs, and you win every single award, it's Dylan Raiola. Dylan Raiola is still talented. Like, he's a good quarterback. Like, I don't know what we're watching. Like, I know the Patrick Mahomes things is jokes and everything, but he is one of, especially in his age group, he's one of, it is. But we're talking about him as a quarterback, not that. In his age group, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the country. Like, he hasn't failed his expectations. It's not like he's been a bust. Like,
is this Mendoza's last season?
Yes.
Oh man, he might just go to Indiana.
That's that's all I wanted to say. People are like cracking jokes and like he's gonna bounce around, he's gonna do all these. No, he's not.
Wherever
he's going to a team with a real offense, and he's going to be a first-round pick.
Probably Alabama's looking at him. Notre Dame probably looking at him.
No, Notre Dame's quarterback is young.
Never mind.
There's a lot. Look,
he has options.
Florida is open.
Especially since their quarterback.
Isn't Carson Beck? Is this his last year? No, Carson Beck.
Okay,
Miami.
I hope to God Carson Beck don't got another year.
I was like, does he? Because he feels like he's been playing football for a while.
I think this is his last one.
I'm
Miami,
like, okay,
there are
Miami.
places to go with talent and like real offense. And again, they're tampering. He's going to bring people with him because they're gonna want to play with him. So like, I just didn't like the energy around how people was talking about. Although I'm not happy with James Franklin because I think the offensive coordinator he hired is stupid. He just hired his friends, which I'm not a big fan.
Well, a lot of people do that. You know how that goes. We're all friends.
Yes.
I saw a tweet today. I guess there was somebody somewhere, I don't know. He re-signed with the school that he was previously with. And someone said, I am not interested in seeing college contract extensions. And I just thought that was so funny.
And it's like people that is literally the like language and things that they're using. And I'm just
I'm not a fan.
I saw someone that was like, college buyouts, we've gotten out of hand. They was talking about Michigan's quarterback, and they was thinking about like, he might leave.
Hey, he needs to leave.
And I was like, they was like, damn, he'll have to pay him all that money.
Listen, I understand that these are children, right? And I try not to talk about. I'm not even going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about their parents.
Oh, okay.
If you're a parent and your son was being coached by a freaky frog, he has to leave.
Well, he won't be now.
But it doesn't matter. That it's embedded in the culture. The rumor is that everyone knew about this, and they only brought it up after he lost to Ohio State. This does Sharon Moore look like he can keep a secret? He got caught cheating, and he deleted everything off his phone and was like, "Oh, I always delete things off my phone." Like it's fucking 2002.
A lot of people were saying that this is.
If I had
they said a number of years. Yeah,
and
I mean that's why Michigan is getting investigated.
Yeah,
Jim was the head coach, and this was going on.
But yeah, I believe that. That's why Jim ran for the hills. He was like, actually,
he was running for something.
Right.
The offense enough.
Running from responsibility.
The offense was enough for him to leave, personally. But then I found out his coach is a freaky frog. He gotta go. So hopefully Michigan's quarterback will be in the portal as well.
That's the young one, right? His name is Bryce too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I said his name is Bryce too, isn't it? Or like Bryce with a B.
Something like
Bryce
that.
Underwood. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, what I have is a little bit more lighthearted than what I'm sandwiched in between.
No. Wait, are you talking about your last 2-minute report?
Yes.
You have to go last.
Okay, I'll go last.
Because we never end this shit on a positive note. And if Dante goes last, we go have an issue.
Okay, well, Dante needs to hurry up.
All right.
We're at the hour.
I'll get mine out the way. I'll make it very quick.
No, yours is still better than mine. I have to go first.
I thought that was your 2-minute report.
No, that was the 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
Hell.
All right. So here's the thing.
Sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
Did we hear about Brandon from Atlanta?
Who?
All right. Brandon from Atlanta. Of course he's from Atlanta. He has to be from Atlanta.
I'm scared.
He called himself a veneer tech.
Oh, no.
If you don't know what a veneer tech is, it's because it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
It's not a real job.
It's not a real job.
It's not a thing you can do. So essentially,
okay with veneers.
No. So essentially, long story short, this man was giving people veneers. Like out of his basement, wherever the fuck, was giving people veneers, called himself Atlanta's #1 veneer tech, was all over social media, was giving classes to teach other people how to be a veneer tech, which again, to remind you, doesn't exist. And then it comes out that he had a Mexican partner and some other people, some other things going on. So he gets arrested because people are going to their dentist because their teeth are falling out. Because you can't just give people veneers. So he gets arrested. He gets 110 counts because he kept doing it for people. So the counts add up. The counts add up. And then because it's Atlanta and it's the only thing they can charge him with, they then charge him with a RICO because he had a business and he had partners and he was committing crimes. He also has fraud, other things like fraud allegations, a bunch of other things. The dummy was supposedly talking on the jail phone, all of this stuff. And my thing is, as bad as all of this is, there are real live people that said, oh,
I'm going to go to a veneer tech.
I'm going to go to a veneer tech.
Get mouth work done
in somebody's basement.
I'm going to get mouth work done in a basement.
And I'm sorry, veneers is not something that you should cut cost on. That is your literal fucking mouth,
and then
bro.
He was still charging them $3,000. But veneers are $10, so it was still a deal. But it's not even he was getting it for $100. He was still getting it. Someone paid $6,500 for their teeth to fall out.
Okay, and he didn't have any dental
no. And then some of them were going and their dentist wouldn't even work on them. Because the dentist didn't want to be sued what because he's I can't fix this, but I have a license, so I'm not going to work on you because when it goes bad, I don't want you to sue me because of what he did. So he's going to jail forever. And I just and then the last thing I got to say about this, and I was talking to some people about this. You know who didn't have a social media? When we were growing up, the people who were doing tattoos in basements, the people who was doing, who was throwing tattoo parties and things like that.
Yeah.
We have always, and that's we have
much better.
It is.
I
But
mean,
my point
basement
is,
tattoos. I'll get a basement tattoo.
but my point is, we have always
I'm not
had
getting basement
people.
veneers.
Yeah, we've always had people who have done things that require. We still have
Licenses.
again. This
Kitchen
is not the
beauticians.
same. This is
We
still
love a
not the
kitchen
same.
beautician.
We still have unlicensed beauticians and barbers and everything, and technically
Yeah.
they can fuck you up. Like there are some health things with that.
There are.
You're
There are.
advertising.
But it's
You're
not teeth,
you're
dog.
advertising
Like,
veneers. You're on TikTok. You're also. They didn't even need to make the case for you. It's on.
It's on
It's
social
everywhere.
media.
He's in jail
So
for
wait,
the rest of
did
his
you not
life.
hear about the Veneer Tech craze? This was like a couple years ago in Atlanta. Like
And
it
it's
was
because of him. He was
Yeah.
teaching them how to do it.
Yeah.
It's-
I remember
was-
it being like a whole
went
thing and then it
down-
went shut down.
It was going down during the same time where there was like this BBL lady. She was
Yeah.
giving like BBLs
Yeah.
in Atlanta, and it was killing a bunch of women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, like,
that all
people-
happened during the same time.
I don't know that everyone knows this, but like you can get things in your mouth that kill you. Like your teeth
Yeah.
are so sensitive, and it's a
Yes.
direct line to like your blood, like 'cause,
bloodline.
like all of your
Yes.
things. Like you can get things in your mouth that kill you. That's
You
why
can
you have
get
to go to the
poison from the
dentist.
glue,
So
everything.
to let someone just play in your mouth,
No. No.
I don't feel any sympathy for any of those people, and he's going to jail for a very, very, very long time.
It's very unfortunate. It's just, but also like, I'm sorry. This is where I'm going to start victim blaming because like, why are you going
He
to have
didn't like
Sometimes-
force
an
you to do
unlicensed
that.
person
Sometimes
playing
it's
in your
warranted.
fucking mouth?
I
It
don't think that's a
doesn't make
victim. That's
any
not victim
sense.
blaming. That's just calling
That's not
consumers
like,
dumb.
I'm sorry, like, yes,
You
should he be
can't be a
sued and stuff like
victim.
that because he
You're a
shouldn't
bad
be
consumer.
scamming people?
You are.
Yes, he should be sued because he shouldn't be scamming people. But at a certain point, we also
But,
have
like-
to hold consumers responsible for their consumer behavior. It's
And
kind of the
that's
same
why
thing
I even
with the
kinda
lady
look at
who
it like
sued
this.
McDonald's for the hot coffee. Bitch, it's
Yeah.
hot coffee.
But hear me out. Hear me out. And this is a
We
serious
shouldn't
question.
reward these people
Is
who
that a
went to
scam?
non-licensed-
Like, is that
What?
a scam? Because you should
being,
know he's
being
not.
unlicensed and having people pay you for a service that you're not licensed for. Yes, that's a scam.
It's a
All right.
scam.
'Cause I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
You're-
was he
you're
lying?
taking
Like,
advantage- it's the same thing of like
Okay.
what, like
So-
Andrew Tate does. They're taking advantage of idiots.
okay, so okay,
So it's
I
a
was
scam.
just for me, I did, like the reason why I was asking, I was like, there was no deception in that. Like, what was the deception?
No,
That he was a professional who knew what he was doing to the point where he was
did
teaching
say
other
that.
people
He
how to
was,
do
yes,
it. That's
But
the
it-
deceptive
okay,
part of it.
all right,
That's the
all right,
deceptive
all
part of
right,
it. Because
okay.
at the end of the day,
Okay.
should you
Because he
do your
wasn't
own-
claiming to be a dentist. I feel
Yeah,
like you should
exactly.
know that a veneer tech don't
Exactly.
exist, but
But
I
did
guess
his
he was
website
still.
have? But did his website have
But
a
again,
disclaimer?
we
Was there a
just talked
star?
about the
Was there an
reading level
asterisk?
of America?
Yeah.
You're right. All right. It's a scam. It's a scam.
You're
You're right,
expecting
you're right,
people
you're right,
who
you're
are
right, you're right,
going
you're
to
right,
a
you're right.
guy that said he's a veneer tech to read up on if that's a real
If that's
thing.
a real
Come
job or
on,
not.
dog.
And then also we're talking about, and this is not like a crucifixion against Atlanta, but we are talking about an area that is very, very focused on outer appearance. There are so many Botox bars. There are so many places to go get cosmetic
Which are also
work done. It's
scams.
like LA, right? It's like those places where vanity is just so important. Like you knew what you were doing. You were targeting an audience of people that you knew were going to buy this service because that was the other thing too of like how expensive it is to get your teeth done. Like
Yeah.
he knew what he was doing.
Because
Being in
but the
Atlanta.
thing is, like, listen, it's expensive for a reason. When people look at me
Yes, because
and
it's
they
actual
say,
dental work.
and they say, "Oh, how much does your tattoos cost?" And I tell them, they're always shocked, and I'm like, "Hey,
I spent like
you can
$3,000.
still tell what my tattoos say."
Mhm.
Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
paid for them. No infections. They're not falling off. You
You're
can.
n- I'm not about
you
to
c-
let you put ink with a needle in my skin.
In my skin?
And you tell me,
Yeah.
oh, it only costs you about $50.
There's
I'm outta
only
here. I'm
there's
outta here.
and
Why
there's
is
I'm outta
only
here.
there's
Unless we're
only
friends
like
and you know me, why is it $50?
there's only like one or two of my tattoos that you can't even read, and I knew that was gonna happen because I wanted cursive in a small area, but I paid the money for it. Where the tattoo artist was like, "Hey, if we do this, it may bleed and you may not be able to read it." And I said, "My choice. That's
okay.
fine because this is the area I want it in.
And
I know
even-
what it says.
but
Even so,
even
it still
then-
looks good. It just may not be the clearest writing because it bleeds a little bit. But they
Even
warned
the
me about
thing
it because I paid
is,
for
that's
it.
that's the professional part about it, is that they went, we can do this,
But
you
But
probably
this
won't
was going
like
to turn
the
out.
result.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you probably won't like the healing process and the result of it because of
and
what
there are
A, B, and
tattoos
C.
that I've moved because of that. And there's other ones was like, I really want this here for a reason. I know what it says. And it doesn't look bad. You just like you may not make out every single word. You can still make out, but my point is, I paid for a professional to do it. Things are expensive for a reason. Yes, there are some scams. Yes, there are some things that they up the price because of insurance. Things aren't perfect. I understand. But there are a reason you have to get certain licenses. There's a reason you have to. Do you know how many hours it takes to tattoo someone? And that is not worse than someone being in your mouth.
Your mouth. But also
I've sat
tattooing
for
is
5
taking.
hours before.
Getting certified and those sorts of things is so serious because you are dealing with bodily fluids and skin and all of these things.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you can't just, like, being a great artist, it's not enough. You have to
No.
have the information and the science. And when you're talking about people's health, because our dental health is still tied to our actual health of our bodies. Like, it's not just, we don't have teeth just to look good. We have teeth because we eat with them. Hello. Or because all of the other things that teeth do. Like, why are we just trusting our teeth with any random person? Like,
Insane.
I'm sorry. Like, I low-key don't feel bad for these people.
I don't. And to a lesser extent, my last claim, because we're talking about this, your grill shouldn't be $150. You're trying to get
jewelry in your mouth?
jewelry that is so.
It's
I have
metal.
Would you want a green
real
X?
gold
All right,
chains.
then.
I have real gold chains that they still say like, hey, you can get in water with this, but you should dry it immediately. So I don't. You're getting golden jewelry that is surrounded by saliva. It's not $100. It's not even $200. It
Go
really
to
should
the
be more
places
than that.
that do that shit for
And
real.
especially if it's big, because grills, they also don't grill your whole mouth. It starts with 4 or 6. If you are getting 12 for $200, don't do it.
No. And let's not even
It's
get into
going
the
in your
permanent grills.
mouth.
Go to people who know what the fuck they're
Permanent
doing, especially with the
grills are
permanent grills.
ridiculous.
Insane. It's
Permanent grills are nuts,
Wow.
but people still do it. I actually saw one person at SMU, actually. He got a permanent grill and it was beautiful. And it's the one and only one I've ever seen in my life. It was beautiful. Like,
But
I don't know if he
even
just had
those-
nice teeth already, but it was a gorgeous permanent grill.
Even those take a lot of maintenance. Like,
Oh,
the
yes,
reason why they
disgusting.
don't recommend that regular people get veneers is because you have to constantly get them replaced, because they still have to make sure that your teeth underneath
Are healthy.
are healthy.
Yeah. Especially if you don't get a shave down, which, again, all of this information, a dentist or a professional would know, because there is a difference between getting veneers glued up onto your teeth and getting shave downs, because
And the
shave
reason
downs,
why-
that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, and the real reason why these people are going to this man, not because they're dumb, but it's also because most dentists will tell you, I'm not doing that.
I'm not
No.
doing
There's no
your
reason
teeth.
to do that to your teeth.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Because
So-
because veneers is actually destroying your teeth. Like,
Yes.
when you get
You-
veneers, you have to
You're
sacrifice
you
your
usually
actual
already-
tooth.
I was about to say, most people who get veneers are already losing weight.
Their
to
teeth
get
are already gone,
They're already
or
gone.
again, you have the money to do it. Like, that was one thing I even talked to my dentist about. Like, it's not a secret, I'm snaggletooth. So I spoke to my dentist because I was like, hey, what do you think? Like, is it more worth my time and my money to actually get my teeth straightened, or should I just get veneers? And she was like, you have good teeth, you may as well work to straighten your teeth. You might
To
need to get
straighten them.
veneers in certain places, but I wouldn't suggest the full row on the front, because you don't need to destroy your entire front row of teeth. And I'm like, right, fair enough. Like, it's a health thing, people. Anyways, we've been on veneers for a long time. Okay, Dante, because we about to be here for another 15 minutes. So
Right,
what you
right.
got?
And that's why I said mine's gonna be quick. I'm gonna make it real quick. The WWE sucks.
Oh,
And it's awful. It's this year has been one of the worst years of watching wrestling that I've watched. And I started watching the PG era, and that's when I stopped watching wrestling. Is when the PG era happened. I get it. We were trying to be more kid and family friendly, blah blah blah. But whatever. This year, decisions that were made where you could tell were extremely money wise. At least with the PG era, you could understand it being a money decision, because you were always a thing for families in the first place. You were always that thing. It just now a lot of people have grown up and they're like, this is really violent. I don't know if I want my kids. Blah blah blah. But this year, all the decisions have been money. We have had PLEs, which were called pay-per-views, but they're called PLEs now. 4-5 matches in long, and you're expecting people to pay. So when you went to ESPN and you're like, all our PLEs are going to be on ESPN, I'm expected to pay $30 a month for 5 matches, and maybe one is good. There's been a few PLEs where none of the matches were good. I did not enjoy. I can tell you right now, I watched both days of WrestleMania, don't remember anything. Don't remember anything. And I want to go into it because this past Saturday, it was John Cena's last match. I already knew John was going to lose. Most wrestlers lose their retirement match. They usually do.
Why?
It's like a written thing. It's to put over the next generation.
Oh.
So you put them over instead of stuff like that. But most wrestlers, after they do that, they come back and have another match where they end up winning.
Right. Well, it's the WWE.
Triple H did it. Shawn Michaels did it.
Didn't Dwayne The Rock
did it 4 times? The Rock did it.
Okay. Well, then, yeah.
So there's a lot of people who've done it. My thing is, it's how it happened. The match was extremely boring. This is John Cena's last match.
I've heard a lot of chatter about this.
We expect a big match John match for the last match. It was boring. He just got beat up most of the time, which again we kind of expected, but we still expected a lot from John.
Sliver, yeah.
Stuff give us something. You gave us one spot where he puts Gunther through a announce table, and then for 5 to 10 minutes, it's John Cena trying to fight out of a chokehold. The last 5 to 10 minutes of the match is John's. You know how wrestlers do that whole thing where they're trying to get out of a submission hold and they're having the crowd beef them up? That happened 5 times.
No.
Jesus.
No.
That happened 5 times. And then when he finally gives, because the whole thing about John Cena is that never give up. Hustle, loyalty, respect, and never give up. They make him give up, and the way he does it, the camera's right here. It's right on his face. He goes, not even like a very like I'm almost passed out type of tap, or like it hurt so bad I put some. He looked like he didn't like the finish, or it was like, this is awful. I'm tired of this.
I'm done. Yeah,
I'm done. This is bored. You could the crowd. You could tell the crowd got into it because after the 3rd time of us trying to cheer him to get out of it, and he gets right back into it. Now he's doing this again. You can hear the crowd. They're barely cheering because now you're done. This is the 4th, 5th time now. And then he just gives a smirk and goes like this. Very, very lackluster.
very like, you can't beat me, but I'm gonna let you have this.
It broke kayfabe. It broke kayfabe, and kayfabe is the curtain. That's the curtain of wrestling. We know it's fake, but like, you're actors. He stopped acting. And that's the sad part. And I hate, there's a lot of fans like, why do y'all expected him to win them? No one cared about him winning the match. We all knew he wasn't going to. We've understood what John Cena has turned into. He's not the guy who buries talent anymore. If anything, he keeps putting up terrible talent. So we knew he was going to lose. It's just, you lose to a guy that already has a significant stake in the W. He's been a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. Like, he has a name. He's also 40.
Not he's also 40.
So we're putting over a 40-year-old for John Cena, who just 2 months ago put over Brock Lesnar, the very young 48-year-old.
Oh, God. Why is everybody so old?
And that's my end on it, because it was the worst part about it is that Saturday leading up to that match, every match before that was great. They were great matches. This was the first Saturday in a while where you're like, 3 straight good matches in a row? The fuck's going on here?
That's really sad, actually, though.
And then we get that to end it, and you're like, all right, y'all don't care. And then the Triple H had the nerve to be like, we're ushering in a new era. You said that 8 times this year. Please shut the fuck up. You bald-headed fraud. Shut the fuck up.
And that is the name of the episode. You bald-headed fraud.
Sick of your shit.
Wow. I wish I could contribute to this conversation, but I don't like the WWE because I know it's acting. Like, I can't get into it. So I'm just like, there was a point where I was interested, and then I got uninterested, and then
how I've explained it to people is like, you like watching reality TV, right?
I love reality TV.
Yeah, that's fake.
Yes, but reality TV is fake in a way that's not like annoying, like with the way that WWE is fake. Actually, really what it is with me, I am a dancer, right? I have a background in dance. So I have a different view when it comes to like understanding choreography. Okay. I can see the choreography, and that's why I can't watch it, because I can see how they.
And the thing is, and that's the point I'm trying to make about like how these matches have been bad. These guys are so green. A lot of these guys are out of shape,
Mm.
drunk in the ring.
Huh?
Like, so, oh, you could tell. Jay Uso, one of my favorites. Yeet Man, be drunk. So,
What?
he be drunk. He be drunk. You could tell. Because he's way too gassed from his own entrance.
Being drunk
then we
is
start
nuts.
the match and he's gassed. And so that plays a part. I look at like my next example for when I tell the people why I watch it. You go to watch a play, right? That's what this is. This is just an action play.
Action play. I did used to like the storylines, but again, the choreography.
Yeah, that's all it
Because
is.
I feel like
Like,
I feel like before the choreography was like good enough to where like if you weren't paying attention, you couldn't tell it was
That's
choreographed.
because they practice. They have
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they like the one thing that WWE did, they took away those like they took away a lot of the unrecorded shows. That's their practice.
Mhm.
Those unrecorded shows are the practice. So now we're putting people together in matches who never been in a ring before. So now you can tell that they have no chemistry and they've not really been practicing.
And they're anticipating movements, and it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like
You're-
I don't
and I give
like
you
that.
It seems like they're counting.
They're counting it out.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate
Mhm.
that. I can't
I mean,
watch that.
yeah, like when we were growing up, there was confusion on if wrestling was
Whether
real
it
or
was
fake
real
or
or
not
not.
because they were
Yes.
like people were
It was
like
so good.
dying in the ring. It
Yes,
was
the
like what
acting was
like
so good.
and so yeah, it was just like
I
but
would say I
there
think
was
the
just
PG
more
era kind of ruined it a little bit because the whole there was I think the bloody violence plays a really good part, a big part of the kayfabe. And
Yeah.
when we take a lot of that out, now we're just getting routine matches.
Now they're just picking each
and
other up, putting each other down,
it's
running around in a
routine matches
circle.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not as. And I don't even know if violent is what I'm looking for. For me, it's just more like
Thank you for the resub.
it's just so. But anyways, well, let's end on a positive note. It is 10 days before Christmas when you are listening to this, which means that you should be gift shopping. And if you are not, I am here to help you. I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast, either you are a sports fan or someone who is around you is a sports fan and you have no idea what to get them for Christmas. Here are some ideas that you can go right now, and go purchase them and they will get here by Christmas.
You talk about gifts and my phone bill was like, your bill's ready.
Pay a bill is a great Christmas gift. Paying a bill. Let's start there. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is just like a real quick like run through of like if you don't have any gift ideas for the sports fan in your life, let me tell you one thing. Do not buy them a jersey. Let me tell you why. Don't buy them a jersey unless they A, ask for one directly, or B,
Like,
that
don't
is
let
a
her speak
part
for me.
of their wardrobe. Because essentially if you buy someone a jersey, you are buying them a $135 keepsake collector's item that they will probably never wear. Unless they want it. That's the caveat. Now, but say you want to get them a wearable. There are so many options. First of all, if you don't know what team that they're a fan of, but you know they're like an NFL fan or NBA fan or something like that, league-wide merch is always a great option. The NFL has some really, really cute like sweatshirts or t-shirts. And then if you have a WNBA fan in your life, the orange WNBA logo sweatshirt is a classic.
I can't believe
If
I
you are
like
looking
that
at other
jersey.
wearables, you can also do hats, beanies, bucket hats, any types of things, especially with the logos. There are so many cute hats out right now that like if you have a fashionista person in your life, you can get them a sports related hat and it will actually be cute and they will actually wear it. Or if they have someone or a team that they're a really big fan of, go on Etsy.com, type in that team or that person and put graphic tee. There are so many cute graphic tees for like $30 on Etsy with like your favorite player or your favorite team or something like that if you want something that they can wear. What happened?
$30 for a graphic.
$30 for a graphic tee. I know that the graphic
Damn.
tees are going up. They are going up. Other wearables, if you have a person who's a fan of a particular player, you can also obviously purchase that player's merch. So if you have an Angel Reese fan in your life, get them some Me Bounce merch. If you have an Asia Wilson fan in your life, get them A1s or the
No, she
t-shirt.
didn't.
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. If you're a fan of a particular, if your person, whether it's your dad, mom, sister, cousin, whoever is a fan of a particular player, there's also a lot of good graphic tees that have players on them, like I said, or if they have their own shoes or merch, purchase that. Another thing that sports fans are never thinking of but are always happy to receive are like little display pieces. So like if you have a sports fan in your life and they have an office or a cubicle, they love a good rally towel, a poster, a pennant flag, anything like that, a blanket, something that they can have and actually use. Or I know a lot of people love a good media or water bottle sticker or a keychain. Like that's just not something you always think of, but like it's a nice gift to receive, especially if you're like being a little price conscious. Also, if that sports fan in your life has an animal, people love merch for their animals, like a little dog bandana, something like that, because they want to dress everybody in stuff. And then the last thing is, if you have a sports fan in your life who actually plays sports still, you can buy them sports equipment. If you have a basketball player in your life, get them a new ball. If you have a golfer in your life, get them to light up golf balls so they can golf at night. Tennis player, get them new rackets and balls, things like that. Like, athletes love receiving shit that they don't have to buy for themselves. Most of the time, a really, really good one, if you have an athlete in your life, that gym bag, they have ran that gym bag into the ground. Get them a
Oh
new
my
gym
God,
bag.
if anybody's listening.
They have ran that gym bag into
My
the ground.
gym bag is starting to get some holes
So
in it.
get them a new gym bag. And one thing that's a really great gift is, like, you can kind of gift it all together. Like, especially if it's for like a significant other or something, get the gym bag, put the shoes, new water bottle, new sports equipment, things like that inside the gym bag. It's just a cute little fun little gift to give, and it's like almost like a gift basket sort of idea. And then at the very least, if you can't think of anything else, or if you're a lazy gift giver, get them a gift card to an actual sports apparel store like an Academy, a Rally House, a Dick's Sporting Goods. So at the very least, like Fanatics, something like that. But at the very least, they can go and do their own shopping. And most of the time, like when people receive gift cards, they almost never receive them for the sports stores. So they're going to remember, oh my gosh, yes, someone so gave me an Academy gift card. I'm going to go use that to get a new wheels for my skates, or whatever the case is. So those are some ideas that you can take into account right now and buy sports apparel for the sports fans in your life. Anything to add? I feel like I covered everything.
If you like,
nobody on this podcast does a parlay.
We do not do parlays.
Yeah. If you,
we've talked so much mess about sports gambling, but if FanDuel wants to pay us,
listen,
I will ignore
now, if
everything
Prize
I ever
Picks
said.
is giving me a check, go
They come
do
up to us
Prize
and
Picks.
be like, yeah, we got 20,000 for every time you mention us.
20,000.
Listen,
FanDuel.
I just have one question. Do I have to be nice about it? Because I do it, but I'd be like, hey.
And you lazy creatures who don't want to get jobs need to go do some picks to earn some money.
like if you want to ruin your life.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
power to.
Anything to add to the gifts? I feel like I covered it all. Oh, also,
yeah, if you want nicer apparel, Abercrombie has a crap ton of NFL like sports stuff, and it's like sort of vintage. If you're in Ohio, there's a brand that's like IYTL or something like that, or IYTHL or something like that. You can find it. They have a lot of like Ohio related merch and like some stuff with like LeBron's I Promise School. Fear of God, no, Essentials. Maybe
Essentials has it's both. Essentials,
Fear of God, Essentials, whatever. They just came out with a collab, so
there's lots of cute stuff out there. Huh?
Yeah. Bills. Chad just said y'all go advocate for sports betting if a check's in it.
Yes.
We've already said several times.
There are many things that can be advocated for when checks are involved.
I will sell out.
Because also when BetterHelp came over here, I'm taking the check from BetterHelp too.
And then as soon as I got enough money, cut it, and then I'm going back to talking mess.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna do the ad and then talk mess right after the ad. What do you mean?
Because I can't tell you can't. Listen. You can't. Listen. Hold on. I didn't tell these niggas to sports bet. But are they doing it?
You can't.
So I can't make money off them already doing. Hold on, people.
We not telling you. We just got a code. Yeah, that's all.
As the sports fan in people's lives, I get a lot of people asking me about their parlay. I be giving parlay advice for free. I would take a check.
Parlay advice. I go, no, don't sports bet.
I actually typically do that for most people. If we're not like really close, like if I know you're not like addicted to it,
you have to know ball. Like if we're talking and we're just talking ball, fine.
He's been the first one to say he will fucking sell out.
Yeah.
He's leading us astray.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm hold on. That's my brand. What are we talking about? No. I want to sell out. Like, stop playing. I have lines.
Manscaped, sponsor me. That's the only thing I've been saying.
Like, there are lines that I won't cross, but niggas want to ruin their life. That's not my problem. My wife is expensive. If
my wife is expensive,
if FanDuel wants to, like, I'm not losing my money sports betting, but if you are and I give you a discount, look, you know what I'm saying? Y'all
They
act like
probably got a FanDuel sponsorship.
look, what are we talking about? Probably do.
They literally have ESPN Bet running down at the bottom of every single TV show
hotline,
on
they be
ESPN.
like, NCAA sponsored by Prize Picks. I promise.
Bruh,
Prize
NCAA
Picks.
CP.
There's bowl games I think that are sponsored.
And hold on.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, why there's a lot of judgment, y'all have jobs, y'all have things. Get us some ethical sponsors. One of the podcasts that I listened to got a sponsorship because one of the people that listened to the show liked it and knew a company. If you want us to be ethical, get us some ethical coins. Are you sharing
Jordan
the show
just
with
called
your friends?
all of y'all poor, by the way. If you didn't catch that.
Are you sharing the show with your
just
friends
said all
and
of you broke
family?
niggas.
Are you following us on social media?
Are you following
Dante?
me on social media?
I'm just saying, like, we'll be if the ethical route exists, we'll do it. But y'all gotta help us get the ethical back. Otherwise,
also, by the way,
let FanDuel reach out.
Also, by the way, because this is going to look insane or sound insane if you're not watching on YouTube at Get Defensive Sports Network, you should be. I'm beautiful. Jordan's beautiful. Dante is passable. So therefore,
that's gonna be Dante's gonna be thinking about that next time he go to the gym with his fucking in 6 months when Dante's sitting in that chair and the chair wrapping around his neck because he's too big for it. It's gonna be because of that comment.
I'm kidding. By the way, we are all beautiful, so you should be looking up and get defensive.
When that Steelers hoodie's a goddamn cutoff because he ripped out of it, it's gonna be because of that.
I'm trying to plug the YouTube.
Passable?
I ain't trying to plug the fucking YouTube. If you are not watching us on YouTube, then it may not be entirely clear to you that we are live on Twitch right now and we're responding to Twitch comments. So if you're not catching that, that is what's happening. But anyways, you should watch us on YouTube.
When Dante's t-shirt's screaming, Dante, I don't fit you. It's gonna be because it is.
Speaking of, I had bought like this Dragon Ball Z baseball jersey, right?
See, baseball jersey, that's a good option.
Because I'm a large. I've been a large.
You are not a large.
I am a large. I am a large.
All right.
Everything, all that, that's a large.
Does it still fit?
Large. That jersey shirt did not know large.
Yeah, Dante gonna be a large till he reach for something and the shit ripped down the back.
Everything else fit. The arms though did not. That was the only thing.
You see him? He said, the arms though.
He said the guns get into the
These two got their arms out. Mine, I'm covered.
Yo, okay, we are so past the time that Jordan said he was supposed to be done.
I know.
Jordan,
I also haven't cooked my dinner yet.
I'm so sick of you niggas.
Well, that was fun.
Right.
We'll be back next week to talk about the college football playoff games and the stuff. Hopefully there's a lot less drama. Hopefully people aren't getting arrested in things. We'll be back to talk about the sports.
Don't get fired or arrested this week. And
it's the holiday season.
Yeah.
Keep your heat on. Keep your heat on. But as always, we'll see you next week.